Today on my sewing journey, I am working on teddy bears. Now I've done two different styles. One's a little bit more complicated and one's a little bit more easy. So let's start with the complicated one first. Now I drafted my own pattern, and what I did for the legs, and I'm going to do this on the fold of the fabric, so you only need to cut two. I did a long circle and then another circle for the actual foot part of it. Now you'll leave this part open, so you'll start your sewing here, come down around the curve, and then stop right here. And you're going to leave this open because what you're going to do is take a piece of scrap fabric, and it could be any color. You don't necessarily have to do the same color as the bear. And you're going to cut out a circle, and you're going to sew the circle right sides facing together right on the bottom of the foot all the way around the foot. Now because you left the top open, you'll turn it to the right side and stuff it with polyfill and set it aside. Now the body part is just a big circle, and you're going to leave the back open, and you're going to cut two of these and then sew from here all the way around to here, leaving the back just a little slot right here open to put your polyfill in. You'll put your polyfill in, sew that shut, and set it aside. For the arms, it's similar to the legs. Long circle, another circle. And I did it on the fold, so you only need to cut two. Again, just like the legs, you're going to leave the top open. You're going to come down, sew all the way around this time, closing that up. So there's no little circle here. So you're just going to sew all the way around, and you're going to leave this part open, put your polyfill in, and set it aside. For the ears, it's like a big letter D. You'll cut 4 of these, and then you'll sew right sides facing together, go all the way around, leaving the flat part of the D open. Turn it to the right side, and then you're going to put a little gather here, and then sew your ear onto your head, but we haven't done the head yet. So set it aside. The head, a little bit more difficult. I'm going to save that part to last. Now you're going to cut 2 of these, and it's a circle, and then the little triangle for the nose and a little circle here. So basically 2 circles and a triangle. You're going to leave open the back right here for turning to the right side. I'm going to leave that open. And you're going to put a dart in there because I wanted to define the eyes a little bit. So I gave him like eyebrows by putting a dart there. Now, you can skip this part if you're thinking, I don't want to do a dart because it might be a little difficult to line it all up. But it's just a little dart about a thumbnail in. So well, actually your whole thumb in from the back. You'll put your dart. And then what you do is you take your pieces of fabric. I'm sorry, it's hard to do this one-handed. And you'll sew it together like that. And you're going to do that for both sides. You'll line the darts together, and then you'll sew all the way around, leaving it open to turn to the right side. Stuff your polyfill in, sew it closed, sew it onto the body, and then you sew the arms, as you can see, all the way around. And you do the same for the legs. Now for the face, it was just 2 pieces of felt in that little area that the dart created. For the nose, it was a piece of felt around, and the mouth was just running stitch through. And that's the hard to do bear. The other bear, the pattern is a lot more simpler. Okay, this bear, I did it in turquoise color, which is the birthstone for the month of December. It might be fun to do bears in the colors of the birthstones. Now what you're going to do is draft the pattern, and this one I made a lot simpler. As you can see, the head is already attached, so you don't have to attach the head. What I did there was a circle, and then sort of an oval for the muzzle and then the nose area, and then just another big circle. I bumped it out at the tail a little bit. I guess you could use a circle there, but I left the opening, and I did not sew it shut yet, so you can see where I left the opening to turn it to the right side. And you're going to cut 2 of those and sew those together. Next, the arm, a little bit more simpler. It's just a rectangle with a circle. You're going to sew all the way down and around and up, and you're going to leave the top open, fill it with polyfill, set it aside. His ears were the same, the D, and you're going to do them exactly the same way the before mentioned was. I haven't sewed them on yet, as you can see. So you're going to sew right sides facing together all the way around, leaving the bottom part open. You make your little gather, and then you pin them on. As you can see, he is really not finished. His arms are pinned on here, so you can get an idea of the arms. He's just really not finished yet. The leg, you're going to do exactly the same as you did the arms, and it was a rectangle and a circle. Now, I did not give him a sole on the bottom of his foot. You can, but I wanted this one to be really simple, so I didn't do that. And again, they get pinned on just like the arms did, and you'll sew them on. For the eyes on him, I used 2 pieces of felt. Now, if you're not going to give this to a child, you could use beads or those jiggly eye things. For his nose area, I used an upside down heart, and I haven't done his mouth yet. So as you can see, he's still a little work in progress. I hope you like this idea. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing, and happy sewing.